Okay, I don't know why we are not showing up.
Uh-oh.
But hello, everyone. Welcome. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with Fuji right now.
Not entirely sure. Uh-oh. Oh.
Yep. No.
Twitch did something?
This is so sad.
Are we still in, Ori?
We should be.
Let me see.
Well, now it's been a bitch, so I can't even see chat. But hello, everyone.
Oh, the struggle is real. Art fight really is too powerful.
Hold on, we can see chat a different way. Hello, chat.
Okay, let's try this again.
Are we still
there
here?
We go.
I think we're here. We seem to be here. Ah, amazing.
I think so. I just can't see our avatars.
Yes, that is a problem that I am currently having, and I don't know why.
But look, you got our avatars on the presentation, so it's kind of like we're there. It's fine. Let's see who's here. Hello, Lex. Hello, Bass. Hello, Flair. Hello to Canadian Lucifer.
I don't know why we're not there.
And Dichotomy and Mason.
Huh.
Wow, you guys have all showed up for class. I shall mark attendance.
It's gonna be because it's a Discord problem.
Check.
All right.
Oh, no.
Sorry, Mars is gonna go away for a second, guys.
It's okay, I already gathered
Mars.
attendance. Bye!
You have to quit Discord. That should make it work. Yeah. Hello, I have you all to myself right now. It's all me. Yes, hello. I mean, Mars said hello to everybody, so that's good. Hello, Lex. It's been a while. Dichotomy, glad you could be here for this event that you very, very much participate in. 100%, yes. No, Mason, this is not intro to underwater basket weaving. Yeah, I've been having a lot of scuff. I was trying to do... I was trying to do something cool, and then apparently the whole stream format decided to shit the bed for some reason, but that's okay. Hello, Mars. You've returned. It's like you never left.
Hello! I'm glad to be back from the void. It was cold and lonely and dark over there.
Okay, Reactive, why can't you find my Discord?
Xander.
There we are!
Okay,
I've
Xander.
done it!
Sounds good. 2 canceled D&D sessions? No!
Okay, success. We did it. Hey, it allows
Woo!
Who was canceled? Oh, well, it allows... You did fix it, Dichotomy, thank you.
Not who, a what?
Hello, Penguin. Can you lose for... Okay, we're here. Everybody,
Penguin,
we're here.
I didn't see you in there.
I've done this.
Hello.
I
I'll
need
mark
to
your attendance as well.
very quickly be a good streamer and promote for a second.
What? We do that around here?
Sometimes.
Oh, that's new for us.
But I finished the last of the 3 IRL lawyering Ace Attorney-fied.
Yay!
So, that's nice.
Did you all see the sneak peeks during preview?
Yeah, if you could catch it. It was small. I'll do that. We'll get here in Rage's promo.
I sincerely hope that you guys did not melt into the pavement today, because that is what I did. My brain was so damn fried. Still kind of is, not gonna lie.
Yes. Do you have self-promo?
Oh, jeez, Bass. Oh. The best way for cleaning olive oil. 3 hours, though, jeez.
Woof.
Is there a special way to clean olive oil?
Not
Like
that
a
I'm
secret
aware of.
hack or something? How to clean olive oil spills. Let's see. Ooh, the chef's resource. That sounds reliable.
Okay, does Art Fight have a promotion channel? Advertisement?
The biggest mistake people make is rubbing the spill. Instead, blot the spill with clean paper towels. Apply firm, even pressure to soak up as much oil as possible.
Can be pushed.
Replace the paper towels frequently as they become saturated.
There you go.
Ooh, they also say consider using cornstarch, baking soda, flour, and cat litter that's clay-based. I don't know if I'd be putting cat litter near where I spilled olive oil, because that's likely in my kitchen, so no thank you.
Baking powder. Soda? Baking soda.
Yes.
Baking
soda. They recommended baking soda. They also said
soda.
flour or cornstarch.
Yeah. Baking
so
soda.
those are your options. 2 liters. Oh, geez.
Yeah,
Bass.
you basically want to. I mean, the goal is to allow it to absorb it, so then you can sweep up the solid instead of having to constantly attempt to wick up
blot
the
it
oil,
up with paper
which
towels.
has a bad capillary property. So, well,
see, Ori's got all the science knowledge behind it.
You probably don't have to, Bass. If you wash them with dish soap first in the sink, like Dawn dish soap. Oh shit! Stream Elements got my fucking back. I didn't even remember doing that. That's from last year. Wow, I'm awesome. Look at me. See, dichotomy. This is why you want to learn from me.
That
was
took me
set
a
up
second.
from
That took me a
last
second.
year. I didn't even fucking do that. That was set up from last year.
Thank you, Pastori.
Look at me. It's basically on a
Guys,
thing where it
so
says if the title says Art Fight, post it. But
wow.
But yeah, go Stream Elements. All right. Speaking of Art Fight and learning things, you're learning how to clean up oil spills.
Welcome to class, everybody. We will now begin with the syllabus and move into our presentation.
Yes. But you definitely, dish soap, like the one you hand wash dishes with, will get oil out of clothes.
Do not put it in your washing machine. Do not.
You can after a couple times. And two,
well, after a couple times, but definitely not right away.
Not if they're soaked like that. No, because that soap is specifically for oily, whatever.
Yeah.
Make sure that when you finally do put it through the washing machine, as the last time, you double check to see if the stain is out before you put it in the dryer. This is for any stain. The washing machine will not set stains. The dryer is what sets stains, okay? So that's always what you do. Yeah, Bass, give yourself a girl dinner L on this one.
Yeah.
You deserve it. Dichotomy, I was saying that I'd set up a thing in Stream Elements that I told you about last year for Art Fight stuff that already came back and is doing its thing now, and I didn't even touch it again. I was shocked.
Thank you, Stream Elements.
Yeah, I love me a good girl dinner. All right. So, Art Fight.
Yes.
This is Art Fight 101. We didn't do 101 last year. This is not a 101 to the level that certain YouTube videos go into depth with.
We revised the class after feedback.
We actually have 2 now. We have a 101 and a 102. If you have successfully participated in Art Fight before, 101 is maybe a little unnecessary. Of course, Bass, of course. It happens to the best of us. What did I spill? I spilled like sugar everywhere or something. That was a pain. I've broken that sugar dish like twice.
With, cinnamon one time, and my cat decided to roll around in it like it was catnip.
Oof.
Then I had to get the cinnamon out of my cat.
That does sound very delicious. Canadian Lucifer, that really, really does.
Ooh, that sounds really good.
Yeah, and you gotta get the cinnamon out of the cat before she licks herself.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, no.
Exactly.
Oof. Yeah, yes, but you need to unfortunately deal with the spill to then vacuum right? You obviously get the
Yeah.
big pieces out as much as you can.
You don't want wet on vacuum.
But you do
unless
gotta
it's a wet vac.
vacuum after. That's the main thing. I would wear, like, you definitely want to wear slippers if you can until...
But there's still some bacon, and that's better than
Yeah.
no bacon, Canadian Lucifer.
Of course. No, definitely the big piece is best, but I will say 100% when the olive oil is gone, still vacuum the
Vacuum
floor.
those tiny
And
pieces.
also, once you get all the
never know.
liquid up, scrub it down with the dish soap again, because it will still probably feel greasy on the floor. So yeah.
Me too, Penguin. Me
Paella
too.
is very good. All right. Back to
Guys,
back
you
to
make
the
me
thing.
hungry.
we're talking. Not a lot
Put
of
your
bacon.
food away.
Uh-oh.
It's learning time. Hello,
Yeah.
Cosmic. You
Hello,
are just in
Cosmic.
time.
You're just in time because we've installed.
Class is starting.
learning about
I'll
how
mark
to-
you down on the attendance
how to deal with
sheet.
spills. Oh,
You don't
no,
get
no.
a tardy this time.
The worst situation I had that happen in Bess, a jar of molasses fell out of the cabinet.
Oh, nope,
And
you win.
That was rough. You win, you lose.
You win.
Like,
That's awful.
it doesn't spread to the level that like olive oil would, but it's
Cleaning it up
certainly
is so
a bad time because nothing absorbs it. That you have to
painful.
like scoop.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
You
Uh-huh.
have to scoop that.
It's
and then
bad.
it's sticky. So, yeah. Exactly. This classroom does welcome snacks because Allie's going to eat the art anyway. So, let's
That's
begin.
true. There's no protecting the art.
So, Cosmic, first I do Art Fight 101. The last week of June, I'm going to do Art Fight 102.
Yes, that'll get into
But then
some more
after that,
nitty-gritty
I'm making
details.
one... I have some prep to do. I'll talk about that after. Right now we're doing 101. What is 101 gonna cover? When is Art Fight 103? I don't have 103. This is a 2-section class. I don't even have an art fight like 201. Like, I don't know what... I've done all of this stuff. I don't know what comes next. If people have questions that I feel like are higher level, quote unquote, we could do that. But...
That could be the revision for next year.
this presentation will be a basic overview of what you need to know to be able to participate in Art Fight 2026. So this is definitely geared a little more towards people who have never done Art Fight before. I think Flair's here. I don't remember.
Yes,
There's been a
Blair
lot of
is
talk.
here.
Great. So I know this is Flair's first year. However, this is not going to be a video sort of thing where I'm going in depth into the rules of the websites. So like definitely make sure to look and like read the rules yourself to understand them. They have changed a little bit recently. I will go over that a tiny bit because it's simple and it's easy to do. But it's not going to be into depth in that. I'm also not going over any CSS, HTML, or BBC or BCC code. I think is it BBC or is it BCC? I don't remember. Code. So that's something to figure out and do with yourself. It's pretty easy in the editor, and people have templates like Canadian Lucifer. You can go to their Art Fight profile and see they credited who they got their template from, and you could use that. There's a lot of templates out there. Okay.
Go wild.
So, what is Art Fight? It is a art gifting game. It's not that bad, Canadian Lucifer. I'm just never... I only have enough coding in order to edit other people's codes. I don't have enough coding knowledge in order to make my own from scratch. That makes Ori's brain hurty. But Art Fight is an
Perhaps
art
one day.
gifting game. It used to be called an art trading game, but you are giving art and you cannot expect stuff in return. Only do Art Fight if you are fine with not getting any revenges. Now, that's very unlikely. However, that is not the point. Don't attack somebody with the idea that they are obligated to make art for you in return. That is not the object of the game. It is a team sport. There are 2 teams. That's what makes it a fight. You attack and defend. It's just the wording of it. It's very simple. Don't let yourself get too caught up in these like terms. They're more thematic than anything. It's a points-based game. Team with the most points at the end of the month wins. And like I said, it's a month-long art event. So it starts July 1st and it ends July 31st. There's a little leeway there because time zone shenanigans. It starts July 1st at like 4 Eastern Daylight Time or something. Like you know, the Art Fight website will show you how it goes.
I was about to say, isn't there a little timer countdown?
Yes, there is a timer countdown. They do have, you can check the Art Fight website to see exactly when it starts, all that sort of stuff.
That's awfully useful.
All right, so the first thing, and I will be pulling up stuff to show. So the main thing is your bio. So that is, when you click on your name, this is what your page looks like. Okay? It does not look like this. I made it like this. Let's find, Okay, this is the most basic version of what you will see. Soups is very, very nothing. They wrote draw, and that is it. So this is what it looks like with no work, no nothing, no listing, no formatting. Okay, like I said before, it does have HTML or BCC coding. BCC coding is like what you do on like Reddit or Discord in order to make like bold, those sorts of things. But the editor,
you're able to zhuzh it up if you want to.
But the editor is actually very, you know, it gives you the ability to bold and indent and add tables. You don't need to know coding in order to make a decent thing. Mine does not involve any HTML or anything like that. Mine is just using the editor itself to make this sort of things. Canadian Lucifer used an HTML template by this person, Fandom Lobster, and you can click there if you like their template to use it. And so it just allows you to have some cooler stuff like the borders, like these little folder directory things, these little drop-down stuff, you know, all these little categories, that sort of stuff. So those are kind of the levels or anything like that. Yes. What do you want to put in your bio? I don't recommend doing what Soup did. We love Soup. Soup's bio is a little not enough.
Wow,
all right.
Really calling out Soup here. Woof.
It's just the one I know off the top of my head. I highly recommend you put something.
The Soup
anything
slander.
At all. Okay? Okay, Soup gets away with it because Soup does like 80 bajillion attacks. Okay? If you want people to come and attack you first, a lot more, definitely have something in your bio. It's just more friendly. You don't have to go as ham as like Canadian Lucifer and I did, but adding your socials, right? You can link your socials there just so that people can follow you elsewhere, or they can, you know, at you if they post your thing on that social. You know, they can tag you in it. Put your preferences, like your attack priorities, your design preferences, your design tendencies. Okay, what do I mean by that?
Ooh, good question, Cosmic. Would advertising a comic be a good
yes,
idea?
If you have a comic, if you have other things people want to look at, that you can put in your thing as well. I mean, I have the Folding Planets and the Ace Tooney link, as well as Outcast. You can see I have a bunch of different social things at the bottom. These are little buttons that you can have links. These are like free assets. But you don't have to get this ham, just like this, linking the, you know, say, my Tumblr, and then the link, you know, just a little bit like that can help you out. This is what I mean by attack priorities. This shows what you are going to prioritize during, you know, the event. So I put Opposite Team Revenge as my highest priority, then Friendly Fire Revenge. I want to make sure I get a 100% revenge rate. That's a me personal thing. So that means I am going to lean towards doing this instead of attacking my mutuals or anything like that, or randoms. I probably will change this, but revenge is always my priority. So that just shows people that I'm likely to revenge you, you know, that sort of thing. And then I talk about revenge change here. I don't start revenge change, but I try to finish them. You know, little goofy stuff like that.
Allie, please refrain from eating the blorbos until after class.
Yeah. Eat the blorbos after class. You can snack on other stuff, but the blorbos are like a dessert, you know? So
you gotta save the best for last.
what do I mean by design preferences and design tendencies? That's like what kind of characters you have. So if you lean more towards like ferals, you can write that on your profile that you draw that, most of your OCs are ferals, or most of your OCs are humans or humanoids or mechs or monsters, whatever. You can also write like, I'm better at drawing furry characters, but I'll try to draw anything, or I don't draw mechs, these sort of things. It helps people who attack you, who like come to your profile to attack you, to see if, sort of they kind of have a higher chance of getting a revenge from you, this sort of thing. That does help get attacks, right? So like if somebody with only mech characters attacks you, they know that it's unlikely that they're going to get a mech back because you don't draw mechs, whatever, blah, 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 stuff like that. And then it just allows you to get mostly people that like to do your thing. If you don't really care, you don't have to do this, but definitely advertising what types of characters you have is very helpful, because that means people who do have preferences of what they like to draw can easily be like, yes, this person will have what I want. Putting your art fight card on there. If you don't want to, you don't have the time, you don't feel like doing the sort of level that like Allie and I and Canadian Lucifer have done, when the teams are announced this coming Sunday, the 14th, there will be these little cards that get added, and they just sort of have like a place to put your profile, like your profile picture, your like art fight name, and do what I said, your design preferences, show off like your 5 favorite or 6 favorite, I can't remember, like characters, those sorts of things. And you can literally just paste that into your bio, and having even that is better than having nothing. Please don't have a blank bio. It's the same, like it just has bad vibes, okay? It's like a bot, like just don't, it's like you don't participate. Please have something.
So
anything.
You're saying have proof of humanity.
Exactly.
Okay.
Hello, SRD.
Hello,
Yes.
SRD.
Please have proof of something. Even Soup's draw is literally better than blank, okay? Because it makes it look like you actually participate in the game, and you're actually here.
Now I gotta double check my bio.
You have
and
more.
Make sure.
You have a lot of stuff, because you talk about how you don't really draw.
Okay.
Yeah, you had stuff.
Good.
But so like that.
I can't remember.
It is said we need proof of being human, but like there's a lot of just accounts on there that are like quote unquote dead, or they like sign up and then they don't do anything. You just don't want to quote unquote waste your time, on this sort of account. It's less inviting to people, All right. The next and obviously major thing about Art Fight is the characters, because that's what you're doing. That's what you're attacking. That's what you're fighting.
Yes.
You have the thumbnails
/
icons. These are the first impressions. So when you click the little character tab on someone's profile, you scroll down, you see everybody's icons. Okay? This is the first impression they will have of your characters. Okay? I definitely recommend featuring their face. I definitely recommend, giving them personality in some way, so they're not just like a flat expression, because that just draws people into having your characters. This one you can see is fancy for me,
and it gives them an idea of what they could draw with your character as well.
It's also a good way to link characters. Some people make frames that denote what properties they're from. I will be doing that this year because, well, these 6, technically 7, are all from the comic. This boy is a Paper Demon boy, and he's separate now, so they gotta have separate frames for me. Allie does this. Allie. Allie, as you can see here, has these different frames for what they're from. So this frame is for the comic she is making. This frame is for being a T-Pet. This frame is for like D&D related characters, and this frame is for Warrior Cat OCs. So you can just see like which characters are linked or from different universes, that sort of thing. I'm going to make a Paper Demon one, and then of course the Outcast one. But it's just a good visual way to link the characters, very easy for people so they can see what properties they do, and like that. Yeah, it just makes it really easy for people to visually quickly identify all your stuff like that. Your references. This is very important.
Very important.
This is the main thing that'll actually, and even me personally, will make it so you do or do not want to draw somebody's character. They have to be clear and focused. That's important. You do not have to draw a whole original new reference. I like to do it because I like to have the characters as a reference, because they are for the comic or they are for Paper Demon, where a lot of people are drawing my characters. No, Cosmix, yours are great. I've never had issues with yours. The main problem I have with people's is when they have a character that has a bunch of design changes and they don't denote anything about their preference or which one's newest.
Ah.
Okay, so I can't remember anybody I was looking at, but I was looking at somebody's for a hit list, and they had like their character, and then they had a bunch of other ones that were fairly different in design from the main image, and I couldn't tell which one was quote unquote more canon, right? Like which one was more, so like here you can very see
And
this
like
is
which
the guy,
design they would prefer.
but this I specifically wrote on the image that this is the Ace Attorney AU. This is the band AU, right? That like this is an AU, and that this is, the main one, and you can kind of tell that as well by how much there is on it. My references are very pretty. I do specifically make them with an intent of them being aesthetically pleasing. You do not have to go this ham. You can literally have one full body of your character, and the main thing is flat colors. Do not have shading on your reference, okay? Please don't. It makes it difficult for people to color pick, unless you have a color palette. If you have a little palette, that's fine, but all you need is one full body ref of your character with flat colors. That's the highest minimum that you need. The clearer a reference is for somebody to understand, the more likely they are going to draw that character, okay? So the more clear, and the more information you can give them, the more likely they're to draw. So I don't have anything because I don't care that much, but let's say if we go to, so Aster's a big one. Aster only has 3 fingers and then his wing, okay? A lot of people mix this up. I personally do not care. If you care, making a point to draw a little arrow that says like only 3 fingers or whatever is useful for people, right? And then it'll have less likelihood that it's not messed up, right? That people don't miss it if you draw attention to it, something like that. If you have a very small detail, but you want to make sure people know, so let's pretend like if his eyes had like a symbol inside or something, you would want to add a little close-up of his eye, something like that, right? Those sorts of things. Here you can see I have it where it has his without his clothes. So you can see the amount of feather he has if somebody wanted to draw him in a different outfit or something like that, right? And then of course I have the AU as well. That again, I recommend listing it on the thing. Not everybody reads down here, and you can't as easily make it connected because this is like for the character, not for the image. So I recommend putting it on the image. But, yeah, that's that. And then having a bio. I do recommend putting something in the character bio, but please do not put your entire character's backstory in the bio, okay? A little bit.
That would be a lot.
Their gender identity, especially if you feel like it's confusing or if it's complicated, right? Like if they're trans and you want that to be known, like, so that when somebody draws them, they know that, or if they're non-binary, very big and important, something like that. If it's a lot to read, people are not going to read, okay? Because this is an art game. They're not here to read an entire thing. You can link to something that has more information if somebody's very intrigued, but I don't recommend going on a full rant in the character bio just because it is a lot. But having something does help people be inspired to draw your character and fall in love with your character a little more. So having like their little quirks or their little habits things. I once drew a character specifically holding a bunch of knickknacks because their bio specifically said they like to take a little something from every shop that they, come across. It doesn't matter valuable or not. They just like to, be a little klepto. I'm like, fuck yeah, let's draw this little cat boy with his arms full of shit. No, but yes, but no. This is like 2024. But so it's just a little idea like that. Again, while this, I feel, having nothing is less important than your bio having nothing, like your profile, like your artist bio, I still recommend having something here. Again, at minimum, gender identity is really helpful. Age, especially if that's like something that could be like, if they are a child, please denote that they're a child, then nobody can mix it up, right? You know what I'm saying? Like just giving that information. Like their job description, if they have a job, right? If they're a teacher, if they're a sailor, something like that. Again, any little things about them that you have, even saying something like their favorite color's purple, anything, it just gives a little more way to connect with that character. And then, like I said, having a little something where if someone falls in love with the character, you can get more info. So I have here basic information. It just talks about his name, his age, his gender identity, his pronouns. I talk about specifically because he's inspired by an animal. I write specifically what animal I was inspired by. His occupation is a cook. And then this little bio is just a couple sentences. These sorts of things. And then again, I say if you want more Vaster, check out the comic because he's a comic character, right? The relations here was more important in the past because we didn't have connections. I will get to connections. That's a new thing. Moving on. Connections! See, I'm getting to it.
Woohoo!
So,
that
connections
was a long wait at all.
are a new feature that ArtFight just implemented this year, and they're really, really cool. Why should you use them? They can actually not only connect characters within your roster, but they can connect characters across other users. So if you and your friend have two characters that are like brothers, or they're interact somehow, or you ship them together, you can make that connection. Now, the other person does have to accept, but that connection can be made, and then it makes it very easy for somebody to, I like this character, and oh shit, they have a sibling, they have a lover, they have a whatever, they have a dog, whatever, and it's somebody else's. Now that is double two.
That's hella cool.
Additionally, it creates inspiration for attackers, right? So if there's two characters and they interact, I got a lot of that because, and this was before connections, before that, I had that little links here, right? So I had this relations. This was how I manually did it. And it said, and I linked to the character and that sort of thing. And you could do that, of course, across people's profiles. But now you have this area here, connections, where you can click and you can see all of Aster's connections to other characters. So how Aster is the cook of the cook crew of the Outcasts, and Milano is the captain of the Outcasts. Aster and Ferrix are crewmates.
That's a
Aster
really
and Synod
nice
are crewmates.
feature.
You can write that.
They added that.
Yes, you can, Allie. Though, so it is a little confusing. You do have to, once you make a connection, you have to then edit it. You can't put the description in first. So when you go to make a connection, if I go to connections and I click edit up here, if I click edit on the character and I go to connections and I go to create a new connection, I just put the character ID and I submit it. After submitting it, then I go back to the character and then I go to this connection area and then I can click on the connection and I can edit that specific connection. That's where you can write up what it is.
That's hella cool.
It is a bit annoying, but you only have to do it once, right? And then it's done. And then you've done it. So then...
And you don't have to make anything manually.
I do think... Yes. It's a little easier than I made it look because once you make a connection and you submit it, it will pop up at this page and you can immediately edit it. But if you've made connections, you do have to go in this way in order to edit it. Yes, once per connection. but I will say it is very helpful. And like I said, these characters don't have to all be your characters. You can submit, and the other person does have to accept, but you can submit to have it with the other characters. So yeah, Flair will be connected with Rikoriti and Moo and Riri, and Vess and everyone like that. Lots of connections to do there. So yes, please write the description of I know, like I said, that it's a little tedious, but please give that description. It makes it a lot easier to navigate, because otherwise it's just like, they're connected. And then you have to click into the other character and see how, and if you didn't write how, it's a pain in the butt. And then the connections didn't mean anything, right? Please.
And as you can see, it's
definitely
very worthwhile to do.
Use connections. Because I did that format before they added connections, where I had that little like relations and the characters link and everything, I had a bunch of people make whole scenes with multiple characters. Yeah, literally, Bess. Literally, I clicked open and it's like, oh, this person has 80 connections and none of them have descriptions, and it's like, fuck, I go through that.
Oh god.
You know? Like, the goal is to make it easier for people. Exactly, SRD. Exactly.
Yes.
You want to make it as little clicks someone needs as possible. Okay?
Yes. Streamline it.
It's a
for
very
them.
important.
Make it
People
easy.
are lazy as fuck, and people want to draw. We are here to draw. We want to go. We want to go. So make it as easy as possible for people to see. No, no, Penguin. All right. Flair actually asked this, I'm pretty sure. But it's very important. Global permissions. So there's two types of permissions. We're going to start with global permissions. Global permissions are across all of your characters. Okay? And the permissions are how you are and aren't okay with people attacking your OCs. You can then specify further in your individual character profiles. Okay, like I said, these apply to all characters and show up in each of your character profiles. And at the top of when you click to somebody's characters. Common things to include here are you okay with gender swap? Are you okay with outfit changes? Are you okay with shipping? Is there only specific ships you're okay with? Are you okay with gore? Are you okay with spice? Remember, all of these attacks still have to adhere to art fight rules, which means no explicit stuff. But like, you know, I draw Milano a little sassy sometimes. You could draw somebody shirtless, you know. Are you okay with your character being shirtless or not, right? These sorts of things. People put, if they are or are not okay with their character being in a mass attack, I'm going to be honest. I think if you do that, I'm not going to attack you. Because there's no reason you should do that. Art fight is about drawing other people's OCs. And unless, I am willing to accept information. But I do not know a reason why I think that is a valid thing to add, to say no. So yeah, don't put that. Let's show where these character permissions are. These global permissions. So when you're on your page, so this is your profile, when you click characters, this is where your global permissions are. Again, right at the top here. So I have feel free to change their outfits or their hairstyle, change, gender bend. You can change their species, i.e. being fully human, fully anthro, or even feral, but please keep the inspired animal the same if animal features are involved. I'm okay with mild gore, and then I explained what I meant by mild gore. I'm fine to have suggested spicy poses. You can ship my characters with each other. You can draw them with each other, other characters or characters. See, that's just nice welcoming. Add them to mass attacks. See, I'm saying please do it, because some people say don't. So this sort of thing. Put them in AUs. Post attacks with my characters on social media. That's another one. If you are okay with people posting the attacks and you want to specify credit, blah, 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 you can put this here too. I only have a little don'ts where it's don't change their skin, hair, or eye color, and don't have excessive gore or body horror. Those are my don'ts. Those sorts of things. This also will show up in the characters. So you have global permissions here at the bottom, and then you have individual character permissions. It's also a little place to add, you know, other stuff like that. So these I have here that there are references for AU outfits, but feel free to make your own outfit for the main story or other AUs and this sort of thing. Blah, blah, blah. The way you edit global permissions is from your user profile. That's what this is. You go to edit and you go to character permissions. And this is how you edit the global permissions. Okay.
Okay, show us how it's done.
That's what you do. Then, let me make sure I hit everything here. Yep, I hit everything here. Then you have character permissions individual and their bio, which we talked about a little already. So I don't have to go back. I doubled everything. So this one is mainly character permissions. Character permissions, this is where you can specify for that specific character. So if we go back, a good example for me is Flare. So if we go to Flare, of course, I have here, Flare is an OC made for the Paper Demon Art RPG. Because of this, I would prefer he's only drawn for Paper Demon related attacks, like getting both Art Fight and Paper Demon points with one piece. And then I specifically say, because Flare is similar, my other OC Aster would make a good fit for most interactions Flare would have, and he's also a bird hybrid. Look, also, no shipping of Flare. Unlike where I say, please feel free to ship my characters, this one is a no-no. I've specified that this one is a no-no. Please don't ship him. He's Arrow Ace. I don't want him shipped.
How helpful.
See? So that's like, again, this is a general thing.
So now no one will try anything between Rikoriti and Flare.
Yes.
Good.
I don't want him shipped with anybody. He's my no, can't ship this son. This is the one son I'm not, he's too, I don't know. It just ain't right. He's my son, so I think it's weird. So how do you edit these specific character permissions? When you're in the character, you click edit on the character, and it has down here, so underneath the description, it has permissions where you can add the specific character permissions. He popped out of a teapot, Bess. Yes, there you go. That is a fine ship.
That's perfect.
Exactly, Allie. Exactly. It makes sense.
See, you get it, Allie.
All right. I covered those other topics already. Character tags. This was asked, and I wasn't going to cover this. I believe Allie asked this. Character tags. Let me show you where those are really quick. When you're in a character, here at the bottom, down here by those permissions, there are tags. Okay, some of these are erroneous and are dumb, but other ones are good. And they're better on Milano's, I think. Yeah, anthro question mark, etc. So things like this. Like I said, some of these are erroneous now, and I should edit them. But, so what should you put? Because now I have knowledge and I hadn't gone back and edited them because I didn't care. The tags are mainly for searchability, okay? So when you are in the art fight thing, you can go to discover, and you can search characters, and you can search for tags. So if I wanted pirate, I could put in pirate, I could search, and I could get a bunch of fucking pirate OCs. And I can just scroll for a pirate OC. Look at all these pirate OCs. So that's the type of thing you want to put in your tags. Searchability things. So what are some options? Like the form. Are they human, humanoid, mech, feral, worm, monster, etc.? Bird, beast, tea-pet, whatever the fuck you want. What is their species? If they have a species, this sort of thing. Those are stuff to put in. The more the merrier. Are they furry, anthro, blah, 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 all of that. I also talk about inspiration. What animal are they? If they are a furry, a feral, or whatever, if they're a hybrid is apparently a word a lot of people use for characters like the outcast callers. I could put the word caller because that's my species, my species, but nobody else would necessarily have that.
That one's a bit too niche.
Yeah, but if they're but I will put T-Pet because I know other people have T-Pets. Bless you. Right, so that's a helpful one. Bless you. You can stop it now. If they are inspired or have animal features, what animal? All of my characters who are animals have their animal.
Thanks, SRD.
I also have the specific and the non-specific, so Milano will have black caiman and also will have caiman, right? Sinnet has bamboo shark and also has shark, right? Because some people want to be specific, some people don't. If they're based on a plant, if they're from a fandom, etc., etc. You could write boy, man, child, whatever you want. Anything that you feel somebody might want to search and get your OC. This will be a future thing. Artfight is moving towards filtering via tags instead of filtering in the system they have already. So adding things like... Yes. So adding things like gore, eye strain, spice, things like that. If your character features that entirely. So if your character is specifically a horror character and so it's always gore, I might put the gore tag, right? If your character, all of the references are them shirtless, lounging, being a little flirty, maybe put the spice tag, whatever, this sort of thing. If all of the art of this character and the character's colors are eye strain, do that. Other triggers you could do, just to help. Yep, that's another good one. Habits, uniform, hair color, eye color. Like I said, occupation. Pirate, cook, blah, blah, blah. All of that.
Always a good one to have.
Because those are good things to search. And what's nice about it is you can go, and I have fun with this every year, is if I go to my characters, and Sinnet is always fun because it doesn't have a bunch. So I put specifically bamboo shark, right? So I can click that, and I can get other characters that are also tagged bamboo shark. And thus I can draw the bamboo shark character boys together, right?
Oh, so cute.
I can go to Fossa, and I can just click it even. And, oh my god, there's a lot of freaking Fossas, but 90% of them are furries, so it's a little different that way. But, yeah. I will... Yes, this is important to look at. This will return 24 randomized characters at a time. So this is not all of the characters with the word Fossa, with the tag Fossa. This is random 24 of them.
Okay.
So you can click search again and cycle. I don't think this is the same if you go through Discover. Let's check. If you go through Discover and you go to characters, we type Fossa, and we search Fossa. So that's going to be all of them. So if you click through the tags, that's going to give you that randomized 24. But if you go through Discover and then characters and type a tag there, you can scroll through all the pages. Okay? Great. Next. Okay. So, again, this is 101. So, how are you attacking? Oh, question about characters.
Ooh.
You found a few characters that are just slightly changed already existing characters. Example, any redesign. Plan to realize there are any changes. What is the question? Are these your characters? Because I would recommend not having both if they are the same character, and especially if you redesign. I'm gonna be honest, I would just put the most recent one. If you personally, I would say there's no reason to put the old design unless they are a new separate character, and especially if you do that. Yes, Artfight does allow characters from other media as long as they are significantly changed. It just sounds like it's a bit confused, Cosmic. I would say it's not good practice. I wouldn't do that. Whoever's that is, hello, Oscar. I would recommend against
Oscar.
that, especially if you're saying it's not even. Oh, yeah, if it's that slight, that's technically illegal. Yeah, you can do so if you had, like, I would say a good example is from, like, Gravity Falls, right? If you had Gravity Falls, but you were the creator of the Reverse Falls AU that has Reverse Dipper and Reverse Mabel, I would say those designs are distinct enough for Art Fight's rules, right? Yes, they are Mabel and Dipper, but they're in a completely different outfit. They also have completely different vibes. Dipper doesn't even wear his hat. Yeah, there you go. Furry Phoenix, right? Also that sort of thing. If you're changing the species, right? If you made cat, like Cat Phoenix or whatever. But you could probably also do it if you had, like I have, Weird Girl Phoenix Wright. Might be okay. Yeah, Humanoid Twink Bill Cipher. Exactly. Those are the... Monkey King, but he's blue? Probably not. However, I would say it would probably be relatively easy if you're drawing him in, like, your style for Monkey King, because he's so specific of a style. He might be less recognizable, but... yeah. What's even the point then? Who knows? Some people like that design. Some people don't have a lot of OCs. Stuff like that. Okay, when you are attacking, the most important thing is the character ID. Now, you can go to a character's page, and when Art Fight starts, there will be an attack button on that character's page. That means you don't need the ID. But I'm going to be honest, it's easier if you just have the IDs listed down somewhere. Because sometimes the Art Fight website does go down. They honestly didn't have such a bad time last year. However, there's a big influx of people at the beginning, so it can be very slow. So just having your IDs around so you don't lose a character is
crucial.
I see, Beth. That is true. I think most people like to give him dog vibes, though. Yes, bookmarking is also very helpful.
Is smart. Definitely.
But the reason is because you want access to that character ID. Addition, scoring. Please, look at the rules yourself there. They describe it pretty well, in my opinion. Also, don't be afraid to use polish. Obviously, don't overuse it. But if you feel that, like, you're particularly proud of a piece, or you spent particularly a lot of effort in, or you maybe went out of your comfort zone a little bit on a specific thing, I would say do it. Okay? Just don't abuse it. Please don't do every other piece or something. But, like, if it hits, let it hit, you know?
If it hits, you hit.
Just quick terminology. An attack is when you draw somebody else's OC. You have attacked them. Okay? Revenge is if they draw one of your OCs in response. That's a revenge. On your profile, you'll see things. That's not what I want. That's not what I want. Jesus Christ. On your profile, you'll see listing as attacks and defenses. Attacks are other people's art of your... I'm sorry. Attacks are your art of other people's OCs. And defenses are other people's art of your OCs. Okay? That's all that means. Attacks is the things you drew, and defenses are people's drawings for you. When you look at statistics, you can see your battle ratio in this little question mark. It tells you, but 50% means you have an equal amount of attacks and an equal amount of defenses, so you have drawn other people's characters the same amount of times other people have drawn your characters. This has nothing to do with revenge. If you draw 50 attacks and you only get 50 pieces, they can be completely unrelated people. Your battle ratio will still be 50%. A lower ratio means you drew less art than you got art, and a higher ratio means you drew more art than got art. So you can see I'm at a slightly over 50 ratio overall, but definitely a little closer for last year. You can see this tells you a little more in depth. So attacks, this is not including friendly fire in this stat. This is specifically at times you attacked the other team. Friendly fire is when you attacked your own team. Defenses is, like I said, how many times people attacked you. It tells you your characters, it tells you your followers you're following, and your points. Yeah. There you go.
Now you
Continuing
know.
on. Woof. See, that's a report, Cosmic. That's a report.
Oh, wow.
But I'm going to be honest, I don't really report people solely because I'm not here for that. Unless it was my own thing. But to each their own. So what is Art Fight really? It is, again, an art gifting game. Please don't join if you want free art. Join because you want to draw other people's OCs, as revenge is never guaranteed. The teams thing, I would say winning isn't everything. I really don't choose teams for any other reason than I like the aesthetic. And that's what I say here. Teams are more for the aesthetic than the actual head-to-head battle. Teams will end up on even. So it's all about member participation. There will be a team that has more people than the other team. Okay? Such is life. And that does give them an advantage. Such is life. Okay? I'm gonna be honest. The team that has the most people is the team that wins. That's just math. It's just math. You can switch
just
teams.
Statistics.
But I don't care. Yeah, that's my vibe, Cosmic. I wouldn't interact with that person then, though, personally. But yeah. Crazy stuff. Last year was very, very close. I do think a big addition, Canadian Lucifer, is the increase in friendly fire points. It used to be that friendly fire was only worth 20%. Now it is worth 75% of the points. So
yeah, they increased
it a
lot,
I think that helped a lot to make it very even. But like I said, it's going to be very close. Last year was very close the whole time. There was never, an obvious winner. Again, I wouldn't stress about it. I picked Crystal because it was pink and I like shiny more than I like dinosaurs, okay? Such is life. Hello, Soup. Enter with the intent to murder.
Welcome,
yeah. The intent to murder, but not necessarily get murdered, right? You attack as much as possible. If people revenge, that's great. If not, really quick important thing. I can't really show you because Art Fight hasn't started yet, but when you can see, I'm gonna try and pick one where you can see it. Does this one have a chain?
Yeah, you get
does.
to pick a team, Flare.
Oh yeah, you get to pick.
Teams will be announced this
Sunday. Yes.
They usually go off
and
of
then
some
you get
kind
to
of theme.
Pick. Mm-hmm.
Last year was crystals versus fossils.
Yep.
The year before that was
Stardust versus Seafoam. And then before
right,
that,
Seafoam. I remember it was water-based.
Vampires versus werewolves, and it keeps going. Nobody knows the teams until the announcement.
Yep.
So yeah, you get to pick, and then I like them just for the aesthetics. So yes, boy, Allie, boy. But so what I see is that, so this says revenge chain. So when you attack somebody, you can put in that it is revenge, and then you can pick, there will be a drop. So when you click attack, again, I can't show you, unfortunately, because you can't attack until Art Fight starts. But so Allie attacked me with this Milano. I then drew Kai, and when I clicked attack, there's a little button in the relative this area when you're attacking that says, that says, like, is this revenge? Or is revenge? And you can click that.
So bad at keeping
and it'll
a secret.
give you the drop down. What? I don't even know what secret we're talking about. The secret for me?
Bass told Soup, when you gonna beef up that bio or he is disappointed. Nothing.
And
is
so you can do
sacred.
the chain and then like that. And that's just a fun little thing where you can see this back and forth. It doesn't do anything for points and it doesn't do anything else crazy like that. But it is just fun to do. Yeah, Bass did immediately snitch. Bass, I thought we had something more than that. Another big theme of Art Fight I find is growth and experimentation. A lot of artists do this to challenge themselves, to, draw faster, or to experiment with a certain style, to experiment with a bunch of different styles, all that sort of stuff. So definitely, I will say, when you attack someone, if you get revenge, don't even expect it to look like any of the other art they've done, because they may be experimenting with stuff. Some people will write that on their bios so that people aren't disappointed. I don't think you have to. You're getting fucking free art, suck it up. But I'm gonna be honest, anybody who's a whitey baby about the art
Never
they get that isn't violating
words.
like a boundary, like obviously if they drew ship art of Flare, like that's not cool. But if it's like, oh, this is bad. Also, this is just advice. Don't interact with anybody that's like, no beginners, no mass attacks, no blah blah. They're just bad news. Bad news bears. Don't do that.
Yeah, that's just not fun.
I'm actually gonna come back to this.
I feel like especially the people who are like no beginners are especially discouraging.
Yeah, bad shit. Oh my Jesus, Soup. My Jesus.
It may be called Art Fight, but this,
a lot of
this
characters.
is a friendly time.
I'm gonna come back to Art Nights. More to come though. The last Thursday in June, I believe it's the 25th, we will have Rage Paint Games on here, but we will be doing Art Fight 102, which involves aesthetics, vibes, strategies, and tips and tricks in order to have the best attacks, the best chances of getting revenge, that sort of stuff. Are there any questions
be the next class
that have not been asked before I get into Art Nights?
Or answered, please. Now is your chance.
No, it's fucking insane, Bass. And that's why I just... Don't force a question, Allie. We can come back to questions. But does anybody have anything burning? Yeah, you can, of course, shill Art Nights with your pals. Please do.
Yeah, no one's gonna tell you no.
I want Art Nights to spread far and wide. I want Art Nights to be a thing that people end up talking about in their fucking Art Fight videos, okay? I want Art Nights to be a part of Art Fight. We're only 1 year in, so, it's a big ask. But fucking please tell people. That is the goal. We are doing a bit of a rework this year. I do think that, it will be a little different, and that's what I'm going to talk about. Oh, yeah. No, please. Everybody should do Art Nights. So speaking of Art Nights, what is Art Nights? Art Nights is... Yes, Vass, yes! So Art Nights is a little... sort of, I don't know, scavenger hunt, questing sort of thing you can do in addition to your Art Fight experience. It is just a little level of challenge that you can do if you want to sort of just think about who you're attacking a little more and make some decisions and get cool other new profile badges. So we can see last year's that I made. I make them. We go here. So you can see all the Art Nights achievements. When you start doing the Art Nights, you put the little questing icon on it. These are all the quests I completed, and then because I completed all of the quests, I got the Knighted badge as well. These were crystal themed. If we go to Paint Games, we go to Rage. Rage has the fossil-themed ones. So they have the fossil ones, because those were the teams last year. And you can see how they match the aesthetic. That sort of thing. So what is it a little more? Yes, I love collecting. I love collecting so much.
Who doesn't love collecting?
So yes, there's something to do alongside your normal attacks. They give you the bio decorations, and they make you cool. Okay, so last year we saw it was a bit. So there's a website, and I'm gonna update it, but it was basically it had the quests, and if you did one of each quest, so you didn't have to do the leveled up version, if you at least did the regular version, and you got the medal, you then succeeded, and you get to apply for knighthood, and yeah, you completed all the main quests at either level. You can submit for the knighted badge, and I would give you the knighted badge, blah blah blah. So like that. There were also side quests that were just for fun. Allie did a few of these. I did not. But we're probably gonna do away with a little more. After we discussed after last year, that was probably best if we had a bit of a revamp of how they work, and that is with a points system. That every quest, once you complete, you get an amount of points. If they're harder ones, you get more points. And then based on how many points you have, by the end, you get to be a level of knight.
We're glad you approve of the side
I
quest,
might
Allie.
remove this. I might have this just be you are a knight or not, because otherwise it doesn't work with really applying to knighthood. So I think I'm probably just going to have a knight. That was like a little side thing I thought of. But so it's... if you get 13 points, you're a knight. It's basically how my math currently works out. I am open to more quest ideas. These are the ones I kept. So we have Quest of the Quick, which is a tactic character that has no attacks. Quest of the Quicker is attack a user that has no attacks. Quest for Kin is attack a character that has a design element similar to one of your OCs. Quest of the Kindred is draw your OC with the OC from the Quest of the Kin. Quest for Cosplay is draw the target OC in one of your OC's outfits. Quest of Costumes is draw your OC and the target OC in swapped outfits. Those have a lot more points because I am making you draw 2 characters instead of 1. That's why they have like 4 points instead of just 1 point. Quest for Color has a bunch of sub ones.
The higher the points.
And that's draw an OC that has these prominent colors in their design. So unlike last year where you could do the Quest of the Color in addition to one of these, I'm thinking that since we're doing a point system, they have to all be separate. I don't think you can stack.
That makes the most
And I don't
sense.
think you can count this for both, right? So obviously Quest of the Quicker, you would technically also be getting Quest of the Quick, but you would only get to count Quest of the Quicker if you attacked a separate person with separate OCs. That's just a one with no attack. You could get that one. And I would say you can only get every point once. Every quest, you can only complete every quest once. Because the point is to get to a certain amount of points, you know? So yeah, Quest for Color. I need y'all's help because I failed on purple. But I am trying to, if you couldn't tell, alliterate, right? Quest of the Quick, Quest of the Quicker, Quest for Kin, you know, the k noise. So Quest for Color, then I have Crimson, which is red, Clementine, which is orange, Canary, which is yellow, Kelly, which is green, Cobalt, which is blue, Purple. I don't know what is a C word or what is a K word for purple. I tried looking it up, Mars.
Word or purple.
So I settled with orchid because at least the K is still a very prominent sound, but I literally couldn't find anything.
Chartreuse, really?
That's green.
Why did it give me that?
I don't know. Then of course
it's also giving me cyan.
Yep, see? And also those are noises and not K noises.
Yeah, not
So the
not
reason
good
chartreuse is not for green is because it's a sh noise and not a K noise. Same with like
What if I
cerise.
type in
It's not a K
list
noise, it's a
of
S noise.
purple
We're going for
colors.
alliteration with sound, not with letter.
Okay.
So that's why
out of
Kelly
140, there has to be something in here.
That's why I chose Kelly, because it's Kelly green, because it's a K noise. Kaput I wanted single words.
Orchid
Cocoa.
is the closest.
Yeah, so I think we gotta sit with orchid, unfortunately. The one
You also
oddball.
got Veronica, but
No, that's
Quest of
too much
Veronica,
before
ew.
it. And I don't
like
think...
it.
I think orchid is the best we're gonna get. And we have cocoa for brown, coal for black, chrome for gray, cream for white, and coral for pink. I am open to other pinks, but again, cerise is a s noise. That's why I didn't do chartreuse or cerise, because they were not noises.
There's a purple called Fairy Tale.
Coral is nice. And then that's the other thing. You could name colors anything the fuck you want. People were naming like yellows Crayola, and it's like, that's not immediately associated. I tried to pick things that most people would immediately associate with the color.
I would not associate Crayola with yellow.
And then
right
I
away.
will put, just like I have here, the color in parentheses next to it, you know, as like a thing. Quest for components is draw an OC that has a prop, and you must draw the prop in the attack. Quest of copies.
Quest for the Orchid has a nice ring to it. I think your only other one would be Lilac.
No, I think Orchid, because it's just one thing before.
How?
Because it's Orchid. And then Quest of copies.
I'm sorry.
Draw an OC you've attacked in years past. And then I have it as 1 point per year you've drawn the same OC. So if you drew this OC... Oh. I always think of red currant, though. Yeah, but I always think of red currant, not purple currant, you know?
Fair enough.
Because that's like a raisin more, is purple.
And cardinal doesn't work. I think of red.
No, cardinal's also red. So with Quest of Copies, the idea is if you did it in 2024, 2025, and 2026, you'd get 3 points, where if you only drew one in 2025 and 2026, you'd get 2 points, etc. Excuse me. And then that means, so, you know, doing art nights every year, you get a little booster every time if you do this one. But I didn't think it was that many points to be like, oh, everyone who's played before is getting that much of an advantage. It's like 1 or 2 points. Yeah, kumquat. I like clementine for orange, I think. Kumquat is good, but I think it's less thing. Khaki
Clementine
is nice.
I immediately associate with
I think
orange.
I'm gonna change brown from cocoa to khaki. I think that sounds nicer.
I like khaki. Quest
I like
to the
khaki more. Quest for khaki.
That's fun.
Yeah, quest for crimson, quest for clementine, quest for canary, quest for Kelly, quest for cobalt, quest for orchid, quest for khaki, quest for coal, quest for chrome, quest for cream, and quest for coral. Yeah, those sound good. Those roll off.
Yeah.
There you go, Cosmic. You're already set up. Is there any objections to this new way I'm gonna set up art nights?
I think our new Discord feature just got used.
Oh shit.
Maybe.
What happened?
I got a pop-up from the Stick T bot.
No, they're just they're just Penguin and MP in the regular chat.
I'm like, dang, first day in Ray we caught one?
No. Just our members being a little Kalamata like an olive? Okay. I guess they are kind of purple. I do associate them more with black olives, though.
West of the Kalamata.
I think it's too many syllables. But that's,
Yeah.
I'm saying that Clementine, Kalamata. Yeah, I think 4 is too many. I like your take it, Bass, though. We're very close. We're just getting a lot of bots in the Discord, Cosmic, so we're just trying a new thing. Everybody who's already in the Discord before this occurred today does not have to do anything.
Yeah, y'all are fine.
Yes.
Don't worry.
I'll write that in the chat, in the thing.
We got you. You're safe.
If you were in the server before the change, You don't have to do anything.
If you were in server prior to bullshit, you are safe.
Yes, yes. So many bots. Basically all it is, because I only really explained it to the mods, because they only had to know. Catchy? Really?
Catchy?
Indigo, I worry about being too blue and not purple, but I'm gonna look it up. Catchy.
The thing is,
color.
I'm not immediately associating that with purple, though. That's the problem.
Yeah, it's kind of very
like, otherwise, I would
blue-gray.
have recommended. There was one I saw that was like Kikuyo or Kikyo or something like that. It's like, it rolls nicely, but no one knows what the hell it is.
We're very close.
Which is sad.
Let me look up.
Palish. You're finding some interesting ones, Cosmic.
Okay, we're looking up flowers really quick.
You are. You're very good at it.
Okay, let's scroll down. Come on. Ooh, clematis. I do associate with purple. Ooh.
Now, is everyone going to associate the word clematis with purple?
I am going to still write purple.
Okay.
I am
Then
still
you're
going to write the word purple with
probably
it.
safe.
I do like clematis. Coneflower isn't bad. Ooh, crocus!
Crocus! Oh, that's good.
Done! We did it! It's a fucking crocus.
Yes.
Those are purple without fucking question. We did it. We got there. Crocus. Perfect.
Quest of the Crocus. I
Quest
love
of the
that.
Crocus. All right, perfect, perfect. Done, done, done. We did it. We did it. We got there.
Not to be confused with Quest of the Quirkus.
At least all the ones I know of are definitely purple. When I see them pop up, they're purple. At least around us.
Oh yeah, no. I immediately associate
And like
that
I
with
said,
purple. That is
they are still going to be
perfect.
listed as what color I'm looking for. You know, like, I just didn't want them to be so esoteric that I was like, oh shit, that was purple, you know.
Yeah.
Ah!
What happened?
I tapped my seat lower and
She sent herself down.
I did. All right. So if anybody has any further quest ideas, you don't have to worry about the name. I'll worry about the naming. But if you have any quest ideas about for the Art Knights, I would be happy to take them into consideration.
Yes.
The
Always
goal
welcome to
is
ideas
certainly to do it more as like a thing you do along the side of necessarily. So it's like, I guess it's
it's like a lot of it. If you just are playing the game,
it's
as
more
it's meant to be
like
played,
a
you'll hit a lot
scavenger
of
hunt
them.
than a prompt list, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Right? They're more like, because it's find a character and do this. It's not
The
bad,
music is
Cosmic.
doubling?
I don't want to get too in. Oh, sorry. It is no longer doubling. I just don't want to get too into like very specific characters. Yes, so the reason, Bass, I decided to go with Phoenix over Apollo is because when Dylan described it to me again, the way that his adversary was the only one not laughing, and giving kind of like a death glare to Dylan, I was like, that's much more Edgeworth than Clov. So I was like,
Yeah,
it's
Clov
gotta
doesn't
be.
death glare as much.
Yeah, it's gotta be. That's the main reason.
He's too in love.
Yeah, see that's the other caveat I don't want to get too into is necessarily like posing. If that makes sense. I think scavenger hunt is the way to go. Definitely the Quest of the King thing, Cosmic, is definitely on the like line of it. But it's like I thought about obviously like Quest of the Comic, right? And like make your attack a little comic panel thing. But I don't want to like feel like people are forced to like that's a lot of work. You know. Maybe I'd have fun and fall into that easy.
I was thinking that would be something along the lines of find a comic character or a character from a comic.
That
and
is
draw
another
them.
that might be interesting. Find a character that is from a comic. That could not be. What do we feel about something like that? I feel like I don't want to do the king one because then that's like, oh, now we want royal. What about chefs? What about, you know,
like,
blah, blah, blah.
the brand we have, because we have comic characters.
Yeah.
And also
But I do
a lot
feel
of
like
people on our
that's-
fight do have comic characters, so I feel like that's achievable.
Yeah, he 100% would laugh Canadian Lucifer, and that's why I was like, it has to be Phoenix here.
Yeah.
It might be hard to find.
Really? You think so?
Because unless somebody tagged it as a comic OC or wrote about
I
it could be
suppose.
difficult to find.
Hmm.
I'll put that in the maybe. All right, let me get my thing in. Well, we certainly appreciate the ideas.
Well, we would basically be everybody's freebie for that one, because like, hey,
that is
look
true.
at all our comic characters.
That is very true. But the goal, I don't want to seem super biased. You know? I don't want to seem like it's like, oh, I'm just trying to make a cool thing that means we get more art. Like, obviously, yay, cool, but like, I don't want to come across that way.
Okay, that's valid. That's valid.
Hello, Roval. What'd you get?
Hi, Roval.
Ooh.
What has arrived? What have you treated yourself to? Hopefully something good.
There it is. Yeah, and that's kind of the point, Cosmic, is definitely like wanting to...
Hell yeah, put it in the couch.
I need to go back to here.
The struggle.
I want to make it so that, like, it's relatively, for lack of a better term, easy to do the quests alongside just, like, attacking normal people and, like, you know, like, having a prompt is very vague, right? You can stumble across that. You know, having the colors, you know, maybe only by the end do you realize, I never attacked a purple character. You know, stuff like that. You know, and then bringing it into around, like, Euroseas, right? Like, you know, swapping clothes, having similar features, this sort of stuff. Where it's like, oh, you can kind of, to an extent, stumble into them. The harder ones being, like, the attack first ones, where you do have to, like, probably random scroll a little bit to get those.
Makes sense, though.
So that's kind of the design philosophy. Okay. I want to get that now. Now we're gonna go full new. Alright. That's not what I want. Well, it is what I want.
Ooh, an attack for an OC that wields a weapon? That's not bad, Cosmic.
Ooh, a weapon. I think that I'd want to split quest for components. One as a weapon. Because that is, like, technically the weapon would be encompassed in that. Because it has a prop. If we do a specific weapons one, then that would have to be split. You had a silly idea, or is Allie's idea? Quest of the lawyer. See, we had, Allie, we had the AU one before. Like, so, I didn't do a couple of them. Art Nights. I think I took out one or two. What did I take out? Yeah, so the converted quest I didn't add in here, which was draw the target character in an AU. This can be one from the artist, one you create, and then there's the option of draw the AU is your original world. The reason I took that out is because I actually found that rather hard to find for anybody except y'all, the people like I already knew, because a lot of people don't write in their permissions, one, if it's okay to put the characters in AUs, and two, not everybody has your own AU. That was why I removed it. My main reason, though, was definitely because people really did not write if you could AU their character or not. And I was like, God damn it, I don't know. So let me specifically do it.
That quest was kind of hard
with somebody
to
that I do know doesn't care, you know, like Allie or Canadian Lucifer, right? Where it's like, I know you guys are chill. Quest of the King K rule. See, the drawing the quest of the joust in the friendly competition. See, that's sort of like the second category. I am certainly being selfish here in the sense of, like, I don't want to have to personally force myself really hard to do this on top of doing a lot of attacks. I want to be able to, like, smush them together. So having to draw characters doing, like, a fair amount of, like... Ooh, that's a good one, Canadian Lucifer. That's perfect. We love that one.
Ooh, I like Quest for the Queer.
One. No, that's a top tier one. That's the vibe we're going for. That's the vibe. Character.
I like to think of it as, you know, you're going about, you're doing art fight, and then when you go do the art nights, you're like, oh yeah, look at that. I did draw a character that has red in it. Or, oh yeah, I did draw a character that's queer. I could check that off. I could check that off. Like,
yeah, and then maybe it's like, oh shit, I haven't gotten a red character yet. Let me make it.
You do it.
Let me make it so, that's a decent one, Cosmic. I like that idea.
Ooh.
From the opposite teams in one pick. I do like that one. See, these are the vibes I'm talking about.
That one has definitely a higher point.
These are well, when it's two characters, it's definitely more, and that's okay, Bass. If it is every character, that's okay. And honestly, well, it is likely that a lot of characters
more opportunities.
I have stumbled across a fair amount of cis-het characters, so you know, you do have to double. Oh yeah, of course. Not everybody writes it as bi. that
Hello, Federico.
has a
What's left of you? What do you mean, what's left of you? Where'd the rest go?
T?
Quest of the Sis.
Honestly, could be kind of funny. I kind of like that.
I'm not against it.
Is there a better
certainly not against
noise for that? I know, obviously, cishet, but my first brain is saying classic, but it has connotations. Quest of
Yeah, you got the implications of that.
Carrot. Contractually obligated to. I kind of like that. Quest of the contractual obligation. Quest, something like that. I like where that is. I like where that's going. Who do we say about the teams? Gaff Street people I know. Quest of the competition. Quest for competition. Draw 2 OCs that are on opposite teams together.
And this is why we need to start a month in advance.
Yeah, exactly. I have to think of the cishet one. I don't want to make it more points than the other one because, again, also implications. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I definitely like the idea of that because that would be harder to find, which I think is funny. I don't think I'm gonna go as ham with Flair's reference as I had before because I don't need them to fit like all the other Outcast characters, and of course I don't want him to be drawn as much as my other boys.
Now this is for the Outcast boys. Ooh, Quest of the Creature, an OC with an animal theme. Cosmic suggests.
Ooh.
Roval also suggests tarot or oracle cards.
The cards are tough. That's another, like, composition-y one that is not sort of, like, immediate. Unless you're talking about a character that's themed off of that, then I think we're getting too specific again.
Roval, are you talking about actual cards? Not a art fight quest?
Oh. Yeah, not
I might have got my
quest.
wires crossed.
Yeah, you are crossed.
Okay, okay.
I've never used an oracle deck. Dylan actually has a tarot deck. I love the aesthetic. I think they're interesting when you have your tarot read. The live actual play group that I play with now a couple Fridays every once in a while for Crystal Sentai Realm Guard, they actually one of them has a ton of tarot decks and they pull a card for every character and the DM for that session to give kind of like what
That's
vibes it is. So I think they're fun. I haven't gotten into oracle cards as much, so I'm personally not super knowledgeable on what even like the difference is. Yes, Roval, yes. I'm in it now. Yep. I was the secret 6th ranger. I mean, I am the secret 6th ranger. It's no longer a secret now. But yes.
The introduction was pretty damn cool.
Yeah. You can see it on their YouTube channel. That's not bad, Allie. That's not bad. I like the direction of that. Like
Ooh,
a out of comfort kind of thing. Draw an OC that's like different from your usual like MO kind of thing. So it'd be like out of your comfort zone kind of vibes.
Oh, I see.
Bass has gone on a cool taller, shorter thing, which is interesting. A lot of people just don't put heights though.
Well, that would be fun if they did.
You do, Roval. It's next Friday?
Yes, next Friday, because this Friday we have Ace Attorney.
We have Ace Attorney this Friday. Well, we would have had Ace Attorney today if we had it. But it's next Friday. We're playing. I love this doodle, Alley.
Oh, shit, there's art.
It's in couch.
I've been so focused
Beautiful.
on coloring Axis. He's taking forever.
Well, yeah, certain heights you definitely can assume. Oh, that's fun. That's fun, Cosmic. Ooh. Okay, I like those.
Very cool, Roval.
But we had companion for the animal one. No, that was creature. Okay. Quest for companionship is what I'll write it as. Draw 2 OCs from 2 different
the
users.
You'll get a stomachache.
That are on the same team. I like that. And then we had the quest. The difficulty, I liked Quest of Creature. The difficulty is that like there are a lot of just like ferals OCs, and then it's like what kind of are the definitions of like it's like someone's dog, or it's just, like where does it?
Yeah.
Because if somebody draws the 2 characters together, they probably wouldn't have them as 2. I like the idea though. I like we're getting there. We did say just an animal OC, but then the other problem is that, like, it's just... I feel like we've gotten too broad now. An animal trait. See, my question is, how would we define that?
That could go a lot of directions.
Like, they're like masquerade masks, I would say. Roval. That's what I would call them. Or like superhero masks. Masquerade ones are going to be very frilly.
Yeah, that sounds like a masquerade mask to me.
If you're talking about like the superhero mask, that's just what... Honestly, you could probably call it like a half mask. But I would probably refer to it as a superhero mask.
I'm also thinking the very classic, like... I don't know if that's the word for it, but raccoon mask is also the one coming
like
to mind.
The Incredibles have. that's like a superhero mask. Yeah. And then you have like a masquerade mask, which are very like... Visor mask. Interesting. I wouldn't do visor just because to me a visor sticks out more than comes down.
No, visor
in my
is
mind.
More, like that. Visor also, like, I don't know why I associate
Getting back
that more
on
with
very
sci-fi.
prompty, Bess. We've gone away from general.
I keep seeing these quest of the, and it starts with C, and my brain keeps wanting to go Camelot.
Camelot. All I think is Gallivant. I'm not getting anything done.
Ori, I may have to request a new Axis reference.
Request?
Yes, request. Request. Because I have no idea what his tail is supposed to look like.
Oh. It's probably the dark black color of his hair on top and then the white on the bottom. Yeah.
Okay. So not like the arms with the white on top and the black on the bottom.
No.
Okay, see?
Yeah. That's closer, though, Bass. That's closer. Allie, I already had Aster, so I already know. Quest of the Kind. Cunning. Yeah, we're going back into a little... They're harder to find.
Think general.
It's like I don't... it's hard, you know, like there's a vibe, though, you know. It's hard to explain, but I want something where it's like you could very easily stumble across and you don't have to think too hard. So it's like, for me, the Quest of Competition, where it's draw 2 OCs on opposite teams together, is very easy, as it's like, I already have a hit list. I already have people that might be on opposite teams. I could just draw those 2 characters together, right? You know, like, that's a very easy thing to do. Same with, like, companionship, right?
Again, I think of it as like something you might accidentally do and not even realize you did it.
That is a good one, Canadian Lucifer. I like that. What is a good name, though?
Well, can't use that word, because...
No. No, we cannot!
It's got the C, but
no, we cannot!
So you need something
else. I like the vibe, though. That is a good one.
No, it's a good one. Honestly, more disability representation, please.
Nice, Allie. Ooh, that's a fun one, Bess. I definitely like the vibes of that one.
Ooh. I can't wait to see Persona 5 in your style, Allie. That's gonna be hella cool.
Okay, we gotta come up with a good name for that one, but I like it.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. Quest of the Abled?
No. And then the comeback was fun. You said attack someone.
Comeback is good. I like that.
I think I'm just gonna say do a revenge chain. I think I'm gonna make it less specific than that. So like attack the same you know, like a revenge chain. Make it simpler, you know?
Which you're probably already doing.
Yeah, exactly. Beautiful.
This is my main annoyance with Tally Mark's coloring access.
I'm sorry, not really that sorry.
I take back everything I ever said about Sinet's tail.
You're just used to him more.
I am. I want my boy back.
We all want our boys back. But we can't always get what we want.
Yes, we can. We're the creators, damn it.
And who fucking wrote this scene, huh?
Me.
So shut.
No, I it can't be the consequences of my own actions.
Oh, but it can. Oh, but it
No.
certainly can.
No.
But yes, Allie, I know the pain of big wings because that's what happened with Aster the very first time. Whoops. Yeah, we're back to prompts. Quest of the Collage Mass Attack, love it. Let's do that.
Ooh, that's a fun one.
Quest of the Collage. Draw a mass attack.
So are these all new ones, Ori, or are you reusing ones from last year too? Like,
So a
Quest for the
bunch of
Color
them
was a
are
reused one, right?
from last year. The first one's Quest of the Quick, the
Okay.
Quicker, Kindred, Cosplay, Costumes, Color, Components, Copies. Those were all ones from last year. I renamed some of them slightly because I had better ideas now, and I removed the converted quest, which was the AU one, just because that was difficult last year to like find people that were specifically like allowing you to draw their characters as AUs.
Right.
Question for the art fight community. Here, do we want to define mass attack as 3 or more characters like it would normally be, or do we want to put a slightly higher limit on that? Interesting, Flair. What made it so difficult? Three or more sounds good? Sounds good to me.
That sounds about right. Because then it's not a double.
Yeah.
I think it would have to be 3 or more.
I'm down with 3. It definitely had to be more than 2. It was more just like,
yeah.
Is that mean 3, or is that a significant amount more than that? I think we're down for 3.
I'd say 3. 3 sounds fair and manageable.
Yeah, the thing, Bass, I have about like doing a background or not is that like some people just don't like to draw backgrounds, and I don't want to feel like we have to force somebody to do a background.
This someone is
Interesting,
Ori.
Flair. That's a good one, Cosmic.
Ooh, I like that one. Especially because it makes use of the new connection feature.
Exactly.
Beautiful, beautiful. Oh, fudge, I forgot your tail.
And I am specifying that I want a connection specifically via the art fight connection feature. Yeah, see, the feature, Bass, that's what makes it easy. If it didn't have the feature, it would definitely be too tough. But because of the feature, a lot of people know about it, and a lot of people have connections. All right, we have a lot more options for points now. What amount of points? So originally the knight amount of points needed to be a knight was 13. Do we think that's still good, or there's a lot more quests now? Do we want it to be a little higher? I do prefer round numbers personally, so like 15, 20. This has to be 2.
Carrying 20 is a good idea.
Maybe this should actually... I'll make that 3 points. I'm against that sort of thing, best because I don't want to force people who only want to draw busts, right? Don't want to draw full bodies, you know, don't want to make scenes, right? You know that sort of thing. Because I'm gonna be honest, my first art fight that I did, I solely drew busts. Fully rendered busts. Because that was easy and it's fast, right? And you can get a lot of characters. So a lot of these, I don't think any of these need to be more than a bust. Because even the drawing quest for competition, drawing 2 OCs that are opposite teams together is literally you could draw 2 busts, right? You know, like you could draw two like they don't have to be interacting in any way. And that's sort of, you know, because even with the one where it's like outfit swap, you could literally draw the bust of your OC in the other outfit and the bust of the other character in their outfit. You know, right? Like the idea is I don't want to force somebody to put in an amount of effort. No, he's playing a game. He's engrossed. So that's sort of I finally had the words to say it, but that's sort of like the vibes I want. Is I don't want to super force people out of their comfort zones, like a lot. You know, I want art fight to be fun for them. I don't want like the goal of art nights is not to add more pressure, it's to add more fun, right? And I just worry that like if you're, you know, needs a background, needs a specific pose, needs a whatever, is just a little stressful if that's not the kind of thing you do. And what if somebody only draws ferals? What if somebody only draws mech? You know, like it's like a...
It's little things like that.
Yeah. So that's kind of my my thinking when it comes to this, vibes-wise. So it's like, yeah, because even though it would be like, you know, draw a disabled character, that doesn't necessarily mean you have to draw them in their wheelchair or with their prosthetic, right? It's just you picked a character that in their lore and design has a disability, right? Because also that disability could be they have IBS. You know, you're not fucking drawing that. You know, right? Like you could have a bunch of different things. We already have white. I called it cream because I'm counting it as a color in the quest for color.
I think that makes sense, grouping them all together.
Yeah, exactly. Can I answer? That's not bad, Bess. That one's not bad. That was not bad. Thank God don't like it. I'm really stuck on what to call the disabled character one, though. So sad.
I can help you look up names in a second.
You don't have to.
I really want to finish this panel.
Yeah, that's not bad, Bass. Just don't know. I feel like, I might say no because I feel like that falls under Quest of the Connected. If they're have a connection
ships,
and a
right?
ship, yeah. So I think I'm not gonna specify. But it is a good idea. But I think I'm not gonna specify.
Love seeing how excited you guys are for the art nights.
No, I'm so happy you guys are giving so much good stuff. Last year we didn't have that many suggestions. It was very much Rage and I being like, what are we gonna do?
But it was also very much a new thing. Like, some of the people here have experienced what art nights is. So I think they have an idea of what to expect this time.
No, you definitely could, Bass. Yeah, obviously with permissions. I'll think about it. Jury's out. Because on top of that, I am going to change exactly how I did the badges last time. The last time I had a little, like, medal for every single quest. And I just can't do that. I think I'm going to have medals based on points. So they're much simpler and easier. And I don't have to draw a bajillion. So it's like, here's a medal that you have 5 points. You know, 1 to 5 points. You know, 5 to 10, whatever, blah, blah, blah. The increments. And I'll probably stop at, like, the knighted. There'll be, like, a +1. You know, like a infinite more. Yeah, I would say that's one's a little washy.
I'm trying to think how you make a bust spicy. Can think of a couple ways.
I mean, I did manage it, but
You did.
also Milano sticking his tongue out is commonly
Oh yes, very spicy.
definitely possible.
Especially according to the internet.
I'm trying to toe the line of you technically don't have to do. Hello, pufferfish. You definitely don't have to do every single quest to get to be knighted, but I do want it to be possible where the most amount of people could do all the quests. And Silverbeam, hello. We're missing one person.
Art fight tonight. What did you guys
We are
do?
talking art fight.
Hello, Silverbeam.
And we're talking art nights.
I apologize for being so silent. I'm trying to lock in and finish this panel.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it, Canadian Lucifer. That's a good way to put it. Ah, yes.
Yes, I do gotta lock in. So does Ori. She's got a month.
I mean, I'm pretty prepped. If I don't get the flare ref done, I'm not super upset about it. No offense, Flare, but you have a functional reference, and I'm a little lazy these days.
It's not like you can't update things in the middle of art fight, right?
Yeah, but I'm gonna be doing art fight, so. I started a sketch on another Outcast Pride piece that is
Yay!
it has it's Hotson featured, and the reasoning again, I'm trying for speed, so I haven't colored it yet, but with all the lines done, it's only at 23 minutes, so I'm pretty fucking happy here.
Nice. Plans for Scarlet? Ooh.
Interesting, Cosmic. That's an interesting way to go.
Okay, guys. I got one panel left.
With the tags.
I can do that.
See, I just draw busts, Silverbeam. That's what I do. I just draw the busts. And you don't have to draw hands.
There you go. Easy peasy life
I'm
hack.
certainly, at this point, I don't only draw busts, but I'm definitely busts are my go-to default. And then, if I feel like it, you know, if I'm, like, particularly inspired or something, I'll do a little more. But, yeah, I mostly only draw busts. They're just easy. And I like to be able to fully reference, so I don't have to worry about, like, you know, not fully render, so I don't have to, like, worry about other stuff. I can just get to color.
That's the fun bit.
Exactly. But no, we always enjoy your worms, Silverbeam. I saw the, what was it, May? Yeah, they're the plasmoid. But we saw all your worms. So many worms.
Okay, did I get all the little doodad? I think I did.
Oh. Oh, Elliot did that. Well, I mean, plasmoid, you know? That's not a bad one, Bass. That's not a bad one. Same name. I would just do same name. Forget letters. I would just do same name. I know there's a ton of Asters.
Oh, there's so many.
I would just do same name. What would that be? Quest for... There's a word. There's other words.
Quest for the clone.
Ah.
That could be something.
I think it is easier, but I also think that there's enough characters on Artfight that it's possible. We can make it a 2-level one. So Quest for the Clone is OC that's name starts with the same. Nah, I'm gonna do same name. I think I'm doing same name. Oh, well, Silverbeam, let me talk about Art Knights for a second. So, Silverbeam...
You would probably like it, honestly.
Yeah, yeah.
Sounds like you got your own self-imposed challenges.
So, Silverbeam, Art Knights are a thing where, that's only 26 letters, Bass. I kind of like that more, though, because that gives Quest of the Color vibes.
It does.
26 is a lot, though. Just to write out.
Hmm.
I'll have to think about it. But, yeah, so Silverbeam, you can join the Art Knights, and there's a link. It's not updated yet, though. But basically, let me get the other thing. Where is it? Where is it? Art Fight. Here we go. Basically, it's little. You can go questing, and there are little quests, and each quest. So this is last year's. It's going to be a little slightly different setup. This year it's going to be each quest is worth a certain amount of points, and if you hit a certain amount of points, you can be knighted. We have a lot of similar quests. We have a lot more quests now that you can do. But yeah, that's gonna be the vibe. Oh, fuck yeah, Silverbeam. That's what we're going for. Is being a sucker. I'm a sucker for profile decoration. So that's why I did this.
Yes, this is also true.
So that's who I'm doing. See, with that one, Bass, I come back to, like, then why aren't we doing chefs or pirates or, you know, like, there's just so, like, the list can go on and on and on. I'm gonna debate the leather ones, though. I like the idea.
Well, that could be, like, quest of the career. Pick any,
yeah, but now that's too broad.
Job.
Basically, every character has a job.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough.
Yes, Silverbeam. So yeah, so these are great. And then I even made it, and a lot of people did. You can click on it, and you can see which attack fulfilled it.
Yes. 'Tis glorious.
'Tis glorious indeed. I'm very happy. Very fun. Yeah,
These are
Rage
very
did it too.
thought out.
But so there'll be a lot. Yeah, I love profile decorations so much. I make sure to keep mine from years past. And you can click on them and you can go to their pages where you can get it.
Peruse
Woohoo.
at thy leisure.
It is but it is closer than disabled. I'd have to... Ooh, heck yeah, Silverbeam. Well, I definitely am going to be posting about art nights in the Horror Harpy server. Because I want as many people to join as possible. I want it to become, like, art fight people know about art nights. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like a thing. You know?
Like they're in the loop.
Yeah!
We got some good ones this year.
Werewolf Fire... Are you saying, like, jobs? Do jobs count for Werewolf, Vampire, Robot, Ninja? Or are they too specific? I think my problem with is not too specific. My problem is it's, like, where do we draw the line? Right? Like why add werewolves and not have vampires and mermaids and whatever? You know what I'm saying? Like that's, like...
The biggest thing Ori wants to avoid is the whole, hey, why didn't I get
exactly,
a
like
thing for this? Like... That's the scenario
interesting,
you want to
Cosmic.
avoid.
But yeah, because, like, I really like the idea of draw a character for each letter, but 26 is a lot, and that is still a finite amount. Right? Like, that is still, like a finite list. Whereas, like, if we start going on careers, it's like, where do I stop? Right? If we start going on, like, types of thing, it's like, where do we draw the line? You know? And that's my concern about doing those, because then it's like, oh, why are we drawing werewolf OCs, but we're not drawing mermaid OCs or cryptid OC, you know? And it's just like, okay. You're saying, like, draw your character with more than one other's OCs, like, multiple times? No. I know what you said, Silverbeam. I like the idea.
Attack? I
like the idea because we're doing colors, but then I had to stop myself, and I was like, no, but 26 is a lot. No. I know you meant it for your own goal. I know that. I was just like, shit, that's good.
No, that's
and then I had
really
to back
good.
off, and I was like, damn it. Hairstyles? Yeah, again, hairstyles, it does get, you know, too, like, again, where do you draw the line? Count like numbers, you have multiple characters. Wouldn't you say most people have multiple characters, though? I'm not sure I fully understand Cosmic. I'm intrigued, but I'm not sure if... I know we're not talking about vampires. So you're talking draw a character with more than one of your own OCs in the same attack? Because we already have a mass attack one. We called it Quest of the Collage, which I like.
I like collage because that's very art related.
That's interesting, Bass, because there is only 7 continents. However, you're not going to get... I would be surprised if you get Antarctica, but it's not impossible because they're OCs, so they can be whatever.
The chances are never 0, and that's all that matters.
Not out of the running. No. I know, Bass. I'm just messing. But honestly, there could be totally somebody with an OC from Antarctica because, like, Yeah.
It's not unheard of, you know?
No worries, Cosmic. I'm getting so much
we love
done.
the ideas. Keep them coming.
No, they're great ideas. I also am definitely like, we're at a point where I do think we have a lot of good ones, and I don't want to put like a bajillion 87.
So how many would you be looking to add? Like, what do you think's a good amount?
I don't know. I don't know.
All right. Good to know.
Because I'm not drawing the medals like individually for each quest like I did last year, there's less of like a hard cap. So like last year it was like, I need to draw all these. There has to be a limit. I definitely don't want to go for there's like 80 bajillion though. I think I'll probably, I wrote down a bunch. I think I'll probably go over with Rage, because this is her assistance a lot as well. And see.
Yeah, she would definitely.
But that just kind of goes with Mass Attack, because we weren't specifying that Mass Attack had to be different characters. Characters that embody a previous theme are fun. I just like, I debated saying like, there was one that was bouncing around in my head that was like, draw someone's character in like, it was like weirdly worded, because it was something I wanted to do. I had fun drawing like the chibis of my characters who were most attacked any given year and draw them in an outfit design, you know, based on the team I was that year.
Well, that makes me think of like Quest of the Conclusion, because
of course, Cosmic, of course. Yes, Silverbeam, I did mine and I love them. They're so cute, and they're officially in their things now because I had so much fun. This. Okay, that transition is so helpful because it means I could do that. But look at my little page dolls. Look at them. They're so cute. Look
I was getting scared because you said transition. I meant you better not be going to the end screen.
No,
it can't be
no. It's not.
The end time already.
We love.
Ay.
Yes. Milana got big crystal, had to get the Kamina style glasses because God, they fit him so well.
They really do. It helps that one of his inspirations is Kamina.
Yes,
so.
Sinnit with the Hawaiian shirt. I was so happy with Sinnit.
I'm so
Sinnit's given big envy vibes.
Drawn this year.
And I have no idea what the themes are gonna be this year, man. I got no clue. And then of course we have.
I said I wonder who's gonna be the most drawn.
No, Canadian Lucifer asked
about
the themes. I'm sorry, Mars. I wasn't responding.
Ah,
to you.
gotcha.
Allie's determined to make it Aster. I'm honestly think it's gonna be Avrit.
Aster does deserve some love.
No, I'm so ready. I'm so glad it's back to earlier Silverbeam. Last year the themes came out so late. It was really like rough because they came out like
a week. Was it last
They came out like a week before, and I was like, "Fuck!"
Oh, no time to prepare at all.
I literally had a week, and I was away that week, so it was like they came out, and then I like went away, and I was like, "Thank God I have this time," because that's literally all I did was work on the art night stuff, and so that's why I'm a little like,
no kidding.
I don't want to have to do that. And so I'm very thankful that they're coming out early, because they like last year was an anomaly, like it came out late.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
A clean number of points would be nice, Bass, and that's probably will be very influential into how many quests I have in the end. I'm debating the tiers. The reason I'm debating the tiers is kind of like, I liked it where people could become knighted, like, mid-game. Right? Like, you didn't have to wait till the end, and so you could update your profile and be knighted. And I guess that's the thing where it's like, if it's tiers, you could get, like, your knighted whatever and put it on there. It would... The difference... The hesitation I have is that Knighted did require you to fill out, like, a little Google form. Just, you know, everything else was applied. But then, like, to be knighted, it was like I just checked. Basically, not even, like, a really big rules thing, just as, like, a, No, I get the vibes, Baz. I get the vibes. But it was just an idea where it was like, yes, you actually did participate and make an attempt, and you didn't just, like, be like, I want to be knighted. You know, like, that was kind of just the barrier that I wanted to do. So that's why with, like, tiers. Yeah, I had tiers. It was, like, page, squire, knight, commander. A little bit
of effort.
But, it was very, like... Ooh, that's fun, Cosmic. I like that one.
Ooh.
Quest for coaching. I like that one. I like that one. Might change the name a little bit, but I like that. I like that. I like the idea of that. That's fun. That is true. That is true. They could be self-applied until night, so that, like, page and squire are self-applied. That's not bad. That's not bad. Yes, we do. We do, not necessarily their first, but we do have it as attack somebody who hasn't been attacked.
Spread the love.
Do we? No, I know you're suggesting, Beth. I appreciate it. Yeah, we actually have two. So we have Quest of the Quick, which is attack a character that has no attack, and then we have Quest of the Quicker, which is attack a user that has no attacks. So yeah, we're getting in there.
Yeah. Good vibes.
You are suggesting that. You're suggesting. We is fine. You're the ideas man.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know, it doesn't hurt to say it, Cosmic. We'll always...
Not at all.
I like... Well, Canadian Lucifer did put it into good words. There's definitely a lot of vibe in in the choices. Actually, I kind of like... No, I like that, Cosmic. I like that a lot. I like that a lot.
I like that because it specifically involves the people participating in art nights.
Yeah, no, I like that a lot.
It's like you could easily find someone who's doing that.
Yeah.
That's very easily obtainable.
And also, you could just attack me if you needed to, right? Like there is a level of, like, at least I'm a fail-safe kind of vibe as well, you know?
Yeah.
Like I don't want it to be like, come attack me instead of anybody else, but there is like a shit, I can't find anybody, you know? At least Ori's there. Yeah, no, that's a really good one, Cosmic. Another questing art night. Amazing. Love it. No, that one's top tier.
Beautiful.
That one's top tier, Cosmic.
Now, you guys are cooking some good ones tonight.
One of 200 Esters. Yes, I will be happy. I will say, my only hope is that whoever gets attacked most this year out of my characters is not one of the ones that already got the most attacks, solely because I like the idea of eventually getting around to everybody. I do think that would be fun, but I do think...
It could be Everett this year.
Or it could be Aster if Allie's going this ham.
Maybe so, maybe so.
-5 points. No! I'm supposed to be the failsafe. I'm not the failsafe for everything, though, obviously. Because no matter how much
200 chibi asters. We're being invaded.
Allie, I don't even think you need to draw that many in order to make him number one. How many attacks?
I feel like 7 will do.
It's a little more than that. I do think Milano got a
Okay.
decent amount.
But was it double digits?
3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5, 10, 14.
Oh, snap.
Milano got less than that. Hold on. That math is not correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, he got 12 last year. So yes,
Oh,
double
wow.
digits.
Okay.
I had to not count the 2 that I drew him in with other people. Because that doesn't count me drawing my own character.
But he surpassed my expectations.
No, he got 12. Your art warm-up
Nice.
shall be Aster? There you go. 30. See, 30 could probably be... Yeah, it has coal, Cosmic. I am open for other options. Because we did change, you know, brown. Yeah, the colors were Crimson, Clementine, Canary, Kelly, Cobalt, Crocus, and then Khaki Brown, Coal Black, Chrome Gray, Cream White, and Coral Pink. Ooh, that's fun. I do like that. Quest of Quartz. I like that. We're definitely in those vibes. We're definitely in those vibes. Okay.
It's a
I don't
good
know why
one.
your
It's a
wings
good
are
one.
not winging right now, Flair. But they are not.
Why do his wings refuse to wing?
I don't know. It's not, I'm too distracted by the lovely
Stubborn
art
boy.
nights. Amazing. How you doing, Mars?
I am almost done with the top half of Axis. So I am getting there.
In which one? I guess he's mostly in page 4.
Yeah, that's the one I'm working on tonight.
There's a lot of Axis in page 4. This is true.
Is. And I'm dying.
I'm sorry. There is more of him. But not that much more of him. There's only 4 more pages. And he's only in some of those panels.
Know. It's just the number of layers I have to make for him. Friggin'
Everyone give Mars
egregious.
strength.
And drawing around all his chains.
Yeah, imagine me drawing all those chains.
Yeah, no, I'm
Pain and suffering.
I
10,000
feel
more
ya, I
pages.
keep going
I mean,
around the chain.
Mars will have to suck it up again eventually because currently the plans are he does come back.
Yeah, I kind of unfortunately wrote him an arc.
However,
and everything.
in all fairness,
this was dumb. I don't know
hopefully
why I did that.
there will be a lot less of him showing most of the rest of the time because he'll have a shirt.
He will. This boy will have clothes. That's his character arc. He gets a shirt.
I will say, Silverbeam, unfortunately, this is Mars's struggle more than my own. I'm pretty chill with Axis.
It's definitely more a me thing just because I'm like, I haven't colored him a ton. And I'm also just kind of like, I won't have to see you again for a while, so...
So she's not trying that hard, is what she's telling me. No.
No, I'm trying. I wouldn't be going around and over and
Not
through
trying
the
to
chains
remember.
if I weren't trying.
Well, you
But one
get
of the
fired.
other reasons I'm
trying.
not a massive fan is particularly his hair stripies. Every time
I'll
he
show Silver
changes
Beam the boy.
his angle, I just cannot figure out perspective-wise where the white stripes are supposed to go.
And he doesn't
Every
have
time I try, Ori's like, nope, that's wrong. Gotta fix it. And I'm like,
he doesn't have a full
I use the reference like it should go here.
He doesn't have a full reference, so
no, he
Mars
doesn't.
does have to extrapolate a little bit. Oh shit.
I do my best. I do my best. I did get to write a little bit today, which was good. It's not for the fic that needs to be uploaded, but it was for a fic. Oops.
Alright, let me... This is the boy Mars is struggling with.
Are you specifically showing the boy in chains?
Not in the full chains. I'm showing the reference you have.
I need everyone to understand that I am coloring around and between these chains. That is why this is taking an eternity.
So you know what you could just color over them and then we could color in the chains after.
I was trying to make it nice for you.
I'm gonna be honest.
What I used to do.
I'm gonna be honest. It would probably be better if you just ignored the chains.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I think don't. Yeah. Because
Okay.
it'll be
Duly
quick
noted.
for me to just go over and then, yeah. Yeah, don't worry about it
That's
too
true,
much.
That's true.
Don't worry about it too
Okay.
much.
Then you will clearly see a point where Mars gave up
Yeah, that's fine.
when you get this.
We need his unbridled self. Yes, the boy, the boy, big man. Less work for Mars. I've made a lot less work for Mars recently.
Oh, yeah.
I can try to give her less work. But yes, this is the boy that Mars struggles with. He's based off an American Badger. He has to have the patterning. It's kind of important.
No, he's very cool. And I love him. I just hate coloring him.
His bridled self is one with clothing. Maybe.
Is that how it works?
I get where you're coming from, Cosmic. I think I still like Cole more. Badger, mushroom. No mushrooms. Maybe later. Good night, Mason. He has to meet another character eventually. Maybe that character has mushrooms. We'll see. Who knows?
Where did I put this layer?
I don't
Oh,
think that's right.
you were supposed to be what I drew on. Okay,
Uh-oh.
that's...
Did you fuck me?
No, not yet.
Uh-oh. I tried so hard to lock the layers I need you to not touch.
It's the moment where I do create the layer on top of the base, and then I forget to switch from the base to the newly created layer, and I end up drawing on top of the base.
Oh, that's okay. That's fine. That is some of my least of concerns. But I'm like, God damn, if Mars fucking unlocked something and now...
No. I haven't unlocked anything. I have been very good. I have been merging. I have
Lovely.
been locking. I have been
Look at
doing
you.
all the stuff Ori has taught me.
Look at you.
I have been very good.
I can't find it again. That's okay. I don't want to go too crazy, like I said with purple. I want it to be fairly recognizable to most. Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely still got to read as purple. Yep.
Okay, there we are, Flare. I don't know why I was having such issue with your hair. We fixed it.
It's that kind of night.
We figured it out.
It's that kind of night tonight.
You also cheat your ponytail because I want it visible. And that's
there we
fine.
Go. Easy peasy.
Mars is doing good. Is Flare? Nah, he's not really. I'm more being distracted. It's not Flare's fault.
She's horrified what I'm doing to Axis behind her back. She fears for him.
Aw, look at my boy. See, he's fine. He's a good, nice, kind boy. Look at him. He's so sweet. He could never be difficult. Unlike Everett.
Yeah, Everett's a little bitch.
Everett's a little bitch.
Everett's a little bitch.
That'd be wild to find, Cosmic. They definitely do exist, but so rare.
I'll give you a hint, it's me.
I think, unfortunately, Everett would very easily kick my butt IRL. But in the animator way, he doesn't really stand a chance. His buttons get pushed too easy.
Yeah. He's got that Navy training. I don't know if we're beating him so easy. We are beating him in emotional maturity, though. That is one category we have him beaten.
That is a category we haven't beaten. The pen is mightier than the sword. Yeah. As the artist, right? You know, I'm a god. Okay.
I do
have
agree.
to
The pen
actually
is mightier than the sword.
Look at my own references.
Anger management? Yeah, he could probably use it.
Oh, yeah.
Everett would probably benefit from anger management classes.
Perrin also needs that, too.
Perrin desperately needs that.
However, Everett might actually go at a point willing to change. Perrin never would. Perrin never would.
No.
Okay, yeah, I didn't draw you with tails. That's fine. The tails are for fancy level.
Oh, for the fancy boys.
Yes. Well, remember, I am gonna paper doll him, even though it's a simpler one, because it's not that hard. And at least then I can use it.
He doesn't have anger problems. He's the best at anger.
Yes, that is what he would say. Wanna just change and be better? Icky.
Gross.
That's what Perrin would say.
Why
Perrin's
would I
already
do
the
that?
best. Why would he change?
Why would you suggest that, Everett? You changed, man.
I'm like, you know, I'm watching the Dead playthrough, right, for editing, and so I got to the part where we're just screaming, you and I, because it's freaking out time, but it's just so funny. Because the other thing is, like, we were playing it at like midnight.
Okay, was it the scared screaming part or the frustrated screaming part?
The scared screaming. No. I was the only one frustrated screaming ever. Okay. Because you guys were never playing the game.
That's true.
No, we got to like the end, and you and I, Dylan, no noise. You and I freaking the fuck out. Understandably, like, yeah.
And this time my mic could pick up all of it.
Yep. Sexual tension is high.
Oh, snap, Flare. A new art book. It is time.
Hello, Comet.
Sorry, sketchbook. Hello, Comet. And Matt.
Ah, yes, jump scare, Matt. Just
both.
for the profile decorations? I mean, a pretty profile always draws me in, you know?
It's a pretty big draw. Can't go wrong with a pretty profile. I may attempt to do some fashion bus.
Well, that would certainly be very fun.
This art fight. Because evidently on my summer schedule, I have a 6-hour gap in the middle of my friggin' workday, so I'm gonna need something to do.
Woof, is what we'll say.
Several woofs for several reasons.
Pretty profile privilege. I mean, yeah, Allie, you drew a whole fucking vending machine. That's the other thing I want to do.
Draw a vending machine?
No, put a character randomizer on my profile.
Ah.
And then only have my outcast characters. Because I'm sorry, if you're going for random, you ain't doing art fight, so I'm not. You ain't doing paper demon, so I'm not.
So the lottery is rigged. The house always wins.
It's mildly rigged. Yes, I do want the house to always win.
I see how it is. I see how it is.
I'm sorry. I love Flair, but he's for paper demon, and I really only want him drawn when people are getting paper demon points out of him.
It's a little false advertising.
And I'm gonna be honest.
I've never heard
depending
anybody.
on how well or how bad that happens, you know, he goes this year. He might not be on the profile next year. We'll see.
Oh.
Because I'm gonna be honest, if he gets attacked by a lot of people that aren't getting him paper demon points, I'm probably gonna be like, this ain't worth it. Nobody's following the directions. Because I want the other boy.
We'll have to see. If
Or he
people
doesn't
behave
have any
this
remorse.
year. No remorse in the slightest.
More than 10 defenses.
Good, Allie. You're following the rules.
That's interesting, Cosmic.
Although you're on Paper Demon. You don't
Again,
have to follow the rules. You can attack Flare.
Yeah, if you're going to give him paper demon points too. That's the point I want. Matt. You do not need to have any you can be a full beginner. You could have started drawing yesterday.
Matt, I don't have any art skills. Except for coloring a glorified coloring book in the form of the comic.
If you guys make Flair pay for his sins, he is T-Pet Jesus. So, you know, don't make it happen. So yes, Flair, Jesus. Yes, Matt, I do think you should join. It's fun.
Yes, give it a go.
Cosmic, Flair has not fought the slime himself. He only kind of fought the slime now because Coco drew Flair with Hazel fighting the slime. So, Flair's done a lot of other things, though.
Oh, Flair's done several things.
Yeah, but
He's
yeah,
a busy boy.
never got around to the thing. Hey, Cosmic, you know, it's supposed to be something to help, get the art block, but I haven't done one in a little bit. I gotta do, because I really gotta do, this worm. I want to fight the worm.
I need to get back into Paper Demon. I haven't done a lot of Paper Demons in a while.
I might be doing it tomorrow.
I'm done! Ah! Thank
did it?
God. He's done.
All of them?
Yeah. Yes. Define all of him.
Oh, I said all of them.
All of the panels in the page that you gave me. Yes.
Dang,
5-4.
nice.
I told you I can bang out a page. in a single night. That's why I like this format. 3 hours is more than enough time to do about 6 panels. And one of those panels was a copy paste, so thank you.
Yes.
Yes. Le boy is done. Which means I can click that. We're done. That.
I have seen a few profiles that literally have no OCs and are just like, hey, I'm just here to attack people. I will say, though, if you do have one OC, do put it on there because people do like to revenge. You know, I know while it is we constantly harp how it's an art gifting game, don't expect revenge. I will say there are a fair amount of artists out there that really do like to revenge. So even if you just have one OC, if you have like an avatar you use that's like an original character, you know, anything like that. Sadly, it can't be just Matt on Guard. You could draw Matt on Guard as a cat, though. Or a furry. Those are fine.
Oh god, we're gonna fuse Matt and Shu? Oh no.
God, that's so wild. Matt on Guard does not give cat person vibes.
No.
Every time I remember him having a cat, I'm like, he gives the least. Yeah, exactly.
Wait, you forgot he had a cat?
It's more just like when it gets reminded of me, you know. I don't forget, but you don't sit there and think about it, you know. He's not like part of the like the image or whatever. So it's just like, oh yeah, and then there's Shu, and it's like, shit, bro has a cat. Why does bro have a cat? He does not give cat vibes.
No, well, at first he gave Golden Retriever.
What is Apollo? Also, Phoenix is specifically like Shiba Inu coded. He's not.
Why do
like,
I feel like
Black Lab
Apollo
coded.
might be like a parakeet?
A bird?
I'm kinda
Parrot
getting that
coded?
vibe.
They're both saying parrot coded. Why did what? I'm dying.
I'm sorry, it kind of fits.
I'm dying.
One of my aunts had a bird, and that bird
maybe,
screamed,
Allie, maybe. I just
which
hope
is
he
giving the
treats you
Chords
well.
of Steel vibes.
I'm dead. I'm dead. That
I'm sorry, the
everybody
parrot
went
gives Chords of Steel vibes.
to parrot. I'm dead. I'm dead.
Nah, y'all are base. Great minds think alike.
I'm dead. I'm sorry. In Ace Attorney, whenever you say parrot, all I think of is Polly. Okay, when those things come together, it's just like,
Oh,
fuck.
Apollo Polly!
Fuck. Shit.
It's
God.
a Polly!
God damn it. Fuck.
You can't escape it.
Uh,
Apollo is a parrot.
Jesus.
Done. Done.
Revenge
He was
to be
always
on our
meant
own.
to be a parrot.
Oh my god. I didn't mean to.
Yeah, didn't at one point you say something like Polly want a cracker or a Polly want a cracker?
Probably
or
I
something?
did. I mean, Bass is saying I literally made that joke. So yeah, probably. Jesus.
Probably meaning most definitely.
Insane. I'm dead.
Very insane.
I'm dead. Deceased.
Oh. I don't think I ever put this in the museum. This was from our LMNK fan art night when I was working on another panel.
What are you putting in him? No! No, Allie stole Volano! She didn't eat him.
Oh,
though.
no!
She didn't eat him, though. She didn't eat him yet. Yes. More love for Guard 2. The surrogate Karan.
Okay, Maya would, though, Canadian Lucifer.
Yeah, Maya 100% would.
Polly, what are we forgetting?
And it'd probably be like, the fuck? The fuck?
Phoenix just walking over past shoulder. It's a long story.
What am I lost what I was looking at over here.
Quest of the Cosmos, Attack Mars. Ricoriti is on there.
Yep.
Ricoriti is on there. I was gonna see if I could get some paper demon points. Okay, so we can close that. I could put that in the finished file. And now I only have this one left.
Look at you.
Yay!
Shit, I gotta do more.
Yes, you do.
Fuck.
It's okay. I still have 5-5. You don't
Yeah,
have
I
to
know.
rush that. I ain't coloring that till Tuesday. Oh. That's not where
No,
it goes.
100% Canadian Lucifer. 100%. Oof, the turnaround, Allie. It's always worse than you think. No, and that's what's lovely about it. Because they really end up giving that dog and that cat that just, like, are, like, you know, they sleep together in the same bed, sort of, you know, like it's like, oh, these two are the best of pals. But they're also, like, specifically the, like, most other animal version of themselves, right? Like Phoenix is specifically like a Shiba Inu, which is like the most cat-like dog, right? Or like a husky kind of, like they're cat-like dogs, where it's like, no, they're still not like a dog and loving you unconditionally like you think about a dog. Like they're still like, no, I won't listen to do whatever. And then like Edgeworth does give like Maine Coon kind of vibes, where it's like kind of a dog like cat, right? Like he would play fetch, you know, kind of like, it's like, no, he would greet you when you come home.
I see it.
Sort of thing.
I
but
see
then,
the vision.
But then it would still like turn around and then like not look at you. Oh no, Allie. You're a person, Matt? I'm glad to hear it. We love people.
We do. We do love people around here.
People are pretty cool. Okay. Why did I do your legs so weird there, Flair? I don't know.
You were just vibing. You were figuring him out. Quest of the characterized OC with a personality tag. Don't they all have personalities?
No, but specifically like that they gave them that tag in Art Fight.
Ah,
I think Cosmic had also given one that was like having a physical tag, like their eye color or their like body tag, like big arms or something like that. Which is an intriguing thing. I'm certainly intrigued by the idea of that. I really have to sit down and see how many we have.
You gotta really hash these out. Pick.
Well, I definitely am
Pick
gonna
your
have like a
standouts.
round number, like Bass was saying. Like, I definitely like the idea of having round numbers.
Well, point-wise, that's just going to be satisfying and easier
Yeah.
to tally up on your end.
You feel nice today? I'm glad. Ah, Flair. It comes, it goes.
Aw.
Quest of the cat, draw my cat. You can put like your pets up as like OCs. Oh, that's another thing, Matt. You could literally like
Wait,
put
you
your pet
can?
up as an OC. That's a rule, yeah.
No friggin' way.
I'll double check, but I'm 99% sure that that is explicitly a rule. This doesn't exist. Yeah, so it says, one of the things specifically goes, you may not upload characters based on real life people. The only exception to this rules are characters based off yourself or your pets. And there were people that specifically just have their cats, like, on there.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, exactly, Allie. So you could do that, Matt, if you have a pet or had a pet. You could have that as like a art fight thing. This is what Guard 2 is looking at. No! Not the K. The axes that murdered you in the small Milano cookie. Yes. Tiny Milano cookie. Yeah, look at those
If you
chains.
zoom in on the axis, you can see exactly where Ori gave me permission to be lazy.
You can also see how you didn't do the hair stripies at all.
Nope, because I always do them wrong. One day I will attempt again, but today is not that day.
I'd have to do a real turnaround. I never will. Had a duck? That's beautiful.
It's mostly because in our minds we were like, this is a brief interlude. Like, this is just a cutaway thing happening. We don't need full anything.
Well, I mean, nobody
do we?
else is getting references like the cast got references. I'm gonna be completely honest.
No. Oh, no. Next thing you know, he'll be coding Flair. You gotta watch out.
Oh, no.
Imagine we cut to Guard 2 or other henchmen. We humanize them just before they get attacked by Milano. That would be devious.
We love it. No. They're never coming back, guys. Don't get your hopes up.
Into the fucking bucket it goes.
Up. And speaking of, that's time.
Oh, snap.
So,
We done it.
thank you all for coming. We shall
Yes.
see you next time.
Thank you for spending your evening this way. Thank you so much for helping Ori come up with other art nights.
Yes.
This was
very
amazing.
Exciting.
Very interactive night tonight.
Um,
And now he's yelling at you. You're undoing all his hard work, Flair. He made that change
Amazing.
specifically for you.
But yes, Ace Attorney tomorrow, Apollo Justice. We hope to see you there. Art Fight Prep will be Tuesday next week. And it will just be prep, no class in session or anything like that. And we will be joined by some horror and harpy peeps. So that'll be very fun. And
Yes.
then
Look
2
forward to
Thursdays
that.
from now, we will have Art Fight 102 with Rage Paint Games. So look forward to seeing her there as well.
Yes. Mark your calendars.
I think
You know when the next class is. Luckily, everyone was in attendance tonight, so you all get A's.
Yes. Thank you all for coming, and we'll see you all then. Good night.
Bye, everybody. See you for Ace Attorney.